So I am going to challenge you. Challenge
So are we
you.
doing the full 10 games or just like until you get an idea of what kind of nonsense I'm playing,
Well, let's
which
just
might
get.
be like two turns in, and then you just
Well,
walk?
yeah, just two turns. I see the brilliance. I see the lights and the lines, and I'm just dead already. So yeah, I think that we'll do a couple games at the very least and see what happens,
All right.
and
And then
go from
if
there.
if Ray actually has a deck that's like good, maybe we take a look at that as well, just in the interest of seeing what else you can do. I've been looking at it from the aggro perspective. I know there's been people that have been going over the top and stuff, but ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I think that going over the top of it is just like going to be inconsistent because you can just draw multiple copies of display and do it. I mean, like obviously I've played it with and against, mainly against the Combre like chains decks.
I think the Comrie chain stacks are just worse than that. What do you call it? FJS chain deck that Sonny's been playing.
Really bad idea in my opinion. Yeah. So you don't like the aggro approach to the matchup there, Iliac? Um, this hand is not great. I would I keep this
Ooh.
in the dark? I This is a weird hand. I think I can do better than this. This is not a good first hand. If it was a second hand, I would keep it. I think I would keep this in the dark and be just brutally punished if you are on a very aggressive deck. So that's what's going to happen here. This one's going to be this is going
Oh.
to be rough.
So I'm like watching the stream to see what Ilya's complaining about, and then I'm just seeing your opener, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably stop hard cheating.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
turns out that you can win consistently when you can see my hand. What a surprise there. I think I have to keep this, even though it's a terrible um, keep. Ultimately, I just kind of have to. This is, oh Jesus, yeah, this is happening.
yeah. I think Ilya's right, and as soon as the FJS decks build differently, this isn't going to work. But
No,
this is like a 70 to 80% plan against FJS in my experience, and it's not too bad against the rest of the nonsense in some ways.
yeah. So that keep on the
But
top, by the way, is solely for the purposes of just like I think that I have to have something like this in order to survive. It's not something that I'm happy about having to keep. Like both of my keeps so far have been very much like, I guess I have to. But I'm probably dead anyway. Like I just don't think that this hand really has what it takes. But yeah, I think that it's
I
something that
do.
is, especially if you go with the Highwayman versions of the deck, it's pretty easy to combat this, effectively. I mean, you could also just like play shit like Annihilate to simplify things a lot.
I think Annihilate sucks right now. There's just too much. The smugglers in particular are a real problem for Annihilate because they just make you not want to play it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, this is specifically built to expose the weaknesses of FJS right now. I built something else which I'll show later to do a similar thing, but it wasn't as consistent at doing the job.
This is-
And the idea is basically you just get a bunch of dudes to stun all of their lifesteal units so they can never attack, because that's cheaper than removing them. But this deck just can't beat plate. It just doesn't happen.
Ugh, that does not feel good. I've actually been impressed with the Howling Peak Smuggler. It was a card that I know a lot of people kind of shit talked initially, and kind of like rightly so. I mean, two twos for three are not great. Oh god, one power off of getting that out. But I mean, if you had a permafrost or whatever, I was really dead. Yeah, yeah. Rakano rolls your opponent. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The smuggler.
this is not good against Ricano.
No.
Um, it's okay against the peak stacks. It depends on like if they're playing Hailstorm or not, and if they draw it. but I felt like pretty okay against the rest of the stuff. Obviously, this is rancidly unplayable into any kind of time deck. So don't queue into time decks.
Good thing that they're dead. Good thing that they have been savagely killed. On the draw twice here. This is exactly what I want in the aggro matchup.
No, the Titan decks are coming back now, which is not that exciting, but it's true.
They really are Praxis peak. I mean, yeah. I mean, I know that that is a deck. It's just relative to the popularity of time historically, it is they are not doing well. Is I think a good way to put it.
No, Fire's the faction to be in right now, so
Very much so. Very very.
we're in
much so.
Fire. How do you like the new Scion's card back, by the way?
The
I want my
original-
red scarf back.
I think that I would have preferred the original one as being the special one. I definitely wanted a special one though because I'm a baby like that.
Yeah, that whole thing was just a mess.
Yeah, it was like when you make something that's exclusive to a population that maybe is a little bit needy, a little bit entitled feeling like. It's best not to pull back on things of that nature. So I don't know. I think
They only moved the yardstick by about 9 months. I mean,
yeah.
what's 9 months out of 2 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No second torch one time.
Yeah, it's just mono
Unlucky.
torches. Mono torches. That's what's happening here.
All right. I have no second blue.
Blue, you monster.
No second paw.
There's no second primal. God damn. You savage.
No second levitate.
I know I want this. I think that yeah, sure. Let's just do this way. I guess because I need double of that other thing, double justice. Now,
All right. Did you play correctly?
Yeah, I definitely played correctly, but
It basically just means did you blind get plate? Because like that's the card.
yeah. I mean, I've played some of these like primal decks before, and the ones that do rely on plate for a lot of their removal, and it is something that is very clear that there are some games and some decks that you just are absolutely dead to plate.
See, I keep not doing what I'm supposed to.
And then that's one of the things that I also realized playing Canadians too was that like I was playing that a lot around the time of the ECQ leading up to it because I wanted to see if I could get a version of the deck that was good. I probably shouldn't have played it on my ham. Should have played it on the other one. That was a mistake, but whatever. We're here now. That people who were good just would blind get plate and you just couldn't win then because unless you were able to really put together some crazy jujitsu nonsense, you were totally dead to plate. Like plate on into curve from the red canyon smuggler into plate, it just consistently beat the shit out of me. So that was one of the big problems with it, and also like even when the FJS decks knew that they could do that, made the matchup really really bad.
So Canadians is like dead to a light breeze though. Like that deck is not good. It has like 4 problems to overcome in every match, and then it can do fun things.
Why am I always on the draw? Can you explain that to me?
I'm the aggro player.
I think that I definitely don't keep this so I know that you're aggro. God, these hands have not been I'm not making this is a keep. Yeah, I think that the versus aggro. You think this is a keep? This is sketchy. This one's sketchy. Has things to do early. Has a lot of twiddling its thumbs to do early. Is what I say, sir. Bottom. That is an enthusiastic bottom. Has the turn.
I'm glad to hear you're enthusiastic.
I'm enthusiastic about bottoming. That's not exactly the best thing to be enthusiastic about in this game. Oh, we're changing decks. That's what's happening right now. So you gave up on the previous one.
Well, you've successfully found the secret, which is have played in the market and pick it. So
it was quite the nut to crack.
So this deck can't beat Smuggler Vera Plate. It can beat not playing Plate on curve, which I mean it does happen. Sometimes you're not lucky.
There was one documented instance of not doing that. That was back in 06 or something like that.
But I've had success with it, and it's what I've been playing on ladder. And this deck sucks. The one that I'm playing now, I think it's actually worse. So yeah. I mean.
Oh god. I mean, this is just gonna.
It has the advantage that this game you're not doing anything, so you're just gonna die. But
yeah, it turns out when your opponent doesn't do stuff, you die. You win rather. Your opponent dies. I think that I have to desperation quarry for power.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh baby.
You just bottom power.
I think that. Yeah, I'll do it on this. I don't think it matters too much. They're both pretty evenly bad. I think the war cries matter. There's somebody who was on Twitter who just like constantly messages me, and I have no idea who they are. What is with that? Maybe they're watching the stream. Oh, maybe they are watching this stream. Streaming Hearthstone clone is that they're asking. Yo, I have no idea who you are, Mr. Danger Nub. And this is a game that I have played a good deal from before. What is this? Okay, so I am. Yeah, I mean, I do this. I'm still dead, assuming that you have cards that do things.
Man, I can't draw cards that do things.
Oh, that's a card that does stuff. I'm dead.
Yeah, but I drew like 7 power this game.
I mean, feels bad, man. I would have loved to draw 7 power that game. That would have that would have been great.
Don't worry. I just want Ilya to know that the Champion of Chaos nerf was actually a buff so that it doesn't get hit by Display of Ambition.
Of course. I see.
We're playing like 9D chess here.
That's next level shit. Say Waystone when you get a chance. Yeah. I will enable that at another time.
I suspect that this stream will not last long enough for drops to be a major factor in people's enjoyment of it. Hey, guess who's on the play?
That would be me. No.
No.
I was hoping for a moment there. Like me? No. maybe one time? No.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
This is how you get to rank 60 from rank 90.
These are just
your opponent's just total garbage.
This is really close to. I think if I'm gonna send this back because I know that you're an aggro. It's definitely okay. Yeah, this is easily a keep. Even though it's could be better, but it could be a fuck ton worse. Let's play some games in the dark. Yeah. So yeah, maybe okay. I'll just turn it on. Right. Yeah, no, it's not that. It is. Where's the streaming settings? Gameplay.
I don't think you can turn it on in game.
Can't turn it on in game. Okay, well, I see how it is. Sure.
Anything
Nah, I
that
just
keeps FJS honest is good for the metagame because it means the other decks can go over top it
yeah.
when they're playing stuff like Defiance.
Yeah, so Ilya, that was really close in my mind. It's just like, it was a little bit too expensive. Is my problem. I kind of just want to get more power and stuff to curve out. Like, it was so close though. Oh my god.
So this is what I played in the event,
Uh huh.
and it got 12 losses, so it wasn't great.
Sacrifice a grenadin. Oh shit! So it's dying, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just. It's actually sad when you play it out and it gets that +2/+2 and you're like, it's just dead. That's what that
Usually,
means.
in my experience, it's always been permafrosted, and I've been on the other side of the table from the Skycrag guy.
Clearly, Ilya was right that I should.
Do you have a second one?
No, I wish.
You do not.
Clearly, Ilya was right that I should have topped the Rizon. I think that one was close on turn 2. Yeah, honestly, I probably should have. I know I really wanted a torch or something like this, but yeah. Yeah, Ray, I think that their drop thing. Who is this guy? Yodavite. Wow, big name streamer here, coming to my Scrub stream to hang out. I appreciate that. I'm dead as fuck because I can't get on the play to save my life. But yeah, nice to have you here. Let's do a couple more. Let's do one where I am on the play. That's what I want to see. Yeah, no, I like you're definitely right, Ilya, that I should have topped it. It was close. I in some respect, but I think that it was over the line. Yeah, Yoda, I'm messing around with doing some streaming stuff. I'm very, very curious to try because I'm going to have a bit more time for the next little bit to do some of that business. I am interested to see how things go. I
think you're on the draw again.
No, this time I'm actually on the play. Jesus Christ.
No. He's hacking.
One time. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. It's cool to have some time to
It may just be that if you want to play aggro, you just play Ricano.
Ricano's really good.
I'm a bully.
Yeah, that was mean.
I don't like the high roll nature of the deck, which sounds funny for me to say, but you know.
I think that I keep this. It's a bit strange of a keep, but I'm gonna do that like next turn, and then that as long as I can just hit my power drops. I know I have a decent number of it, but I just really want to hit all my power. Do you just
that was probably
not have fire?
way worse than what I was supposed to do.
That brings me up to 6. Sure, I just don't want to miss. I guess it's a bit. That one is a much sketchier. Oops, yeah, oops is right. Now, if you don't have Annihilate, I think you're dead. You could easily have it.
I actually don't have Annihilate. Which is a little awkward, but you know.
Oh, give me that shit. Yeah, this game's over.
He had the torch. I just looked at your hand.
just shameless. This boy, checking out all my shit. You can just concede right now. I have the Rizon. We're done here.
No, like I went with Shakedown, so you drew that in the top 2. Is what I meant.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Let's do
one more for the road, and then I'll play something else.
Sure. Yeah, Shakedown is a card that is really not where you want Nightfall. As like you don't want to have the it just increases the chance that they draw whatever it is that you discarded. I mean, I understand that decks that want both effects, there are decks that want both effects, kind of, but it's just not particularly where you would rather have it, I think.
No, they just made it into a much shittier Inquisition.
Yeah. On the play again, my life is amazing.
My
you're
hand
on
is not.
6 cards. This is good. Oh. Okay, yeah. That's a keep. Keepsies. Let's go with this.
No 1, no 2. Not looking good.
Yeah, I've seen better. I've seen better. Can't really cast any of these cards, but I don't think that matters that much.
Whoa. You counting me out already? Don't you know the staying power of a deck with 3 drops?
Yeah, can go off with mono 3 drops. Oh, okay. So Raven Baker, that's you should actually save the deck and do it through that mechanism as opposed to doing it through that's through the deck builder. It's a little bit harder to read and process. I don't even know if you can actually see it since you're somebody who's from the outside, but yeah.
He had the torch.
Yeah, he did. Probably should have not treasure trove. Should have done something else there. This is fine. I can survive this.
Watch out for my first play on turn 4.
Yeah, buddy.
Bottomed Vera.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound great for me.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. I mean, if you have more of these guys, then this is high value shakedown. We're now in a match. We're playing.
We're not really. You can just bring him back.
It's true.
I don't know why you attacked with your guy.
I'm getting damage.
You don't really care about. Yeah, I guess. See, guys, that's why shakedown's good. Could sabotage do that? That's what I thought. I hope you just do nothing and then draw both Pharaohs and then just die, like to malaria.
Yeah, let's do this. I have 2 arrows in the void.
I feel like Paradox missed my point about teams, but that's okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Dig for life steal.
Man, how come Ilya's not giving me any advice except for don't play this deck, it sucks?
Maybe he just thinks that I need the help. Maybe that's what's it. Or you're also just, not casting as part of it.
He's not wrong. You know what? We'll throw the 1/1 in there. Why not?
That's 10. I think it's just to preserve my life total. I know that.
Ooh, I got lifesteal now. Are you actually? Oh my god. Alright. My opponent is trolling. I would.
What is this? What?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? What's wrong with that? Well, what do you?
You skipped turn 5 to deal 2 damage to yourself.
I need my Vara.
Did you not have a play in 10 cards in hand and 5 power?
I did not.
What the hell? Stone Scar is trash versus Rizan. Dude, everything I play is trash because I'm trying to play aggro in a set that didn't print any aggro cards.
Do you have the Annihilate?
But on the bright side, I do have the Annihilate.
Okay.
So, wait. You just hard conceded to my bluff.
If you actually were bluffing that, then that's just like that's on you. This is testing. God.
That would be very disrespectful of me. No,
It
I
would
did
be. It
actually
would
have the
be.
annihilate.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I successfully won a game in which I played my first real card as a Highwayman on turn 4, and it just won
Yeah. Yeah.
because of Shakedown.
That shakedown was brutal. Yeah, let's do one more. One more.
With that deck,
Yeah.
or just in general, because I'm still
What?
waiting on this Ray deck. Oh, there it is. All right. This does not look like a deck that beats FJS.
You're not a believer. Let me just check this out. Yeah. I rejected my challenge, you swine.
Oh, I need to import the deck.
No, we're playing
So
another game
relax.
of the. We're playing another game of the Ricano. Another Ricano Stone Scar.
Playing a game of Ricano? News to
No,
me.
Stone Scar. Jesus. One more
Yeah,
Stone
I don't
Scar.
know. Maybe I should just play Stone Scare. I was hypothesizing this like a Legion deck, and then I realized that a Legion had no cards and no reason to exist, and then I stopped caring. Would I keep? I mean, I keep this in the dark, so I'm just gonna keep this because that's how I play.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this too. Man, maybe I'm just like letting the fact that I like color things a little bit weird. I'm not sure. I think that this matchup is probably not great. It's probably like, your deck doesn't seem good.
Good.
Though. So,
It's not.
So the two criterias of the challenge was one, it had to like beat FJS, but it also had to not shit its pants against the rest of the ladder.
Yeah, and define shit its pants.
Play Rip Knife Assassins. I think
Man, Rip Knife Assassin was a real card a set ago, man.
Yeah.
Like that was a good card.
There was definitely.
Is it my fault that card is now literally garbage?
I don't know. It's somebody's fault. I can't really tell who.
I blame Direwolf.
I blame Chapin. That's as all people should.
All right.
This is...
So I'm a little bit suspicious of this recur stuff plan into Stone Scare Maiden and Vera's and stuff, but I'm on board. I buy it. All right. What do I want to get?
Ixen Merchant is just a blast from the past. I remember back in her heyday. Back when she had a proper sized butt.
Yeah, I like it when they stop nerfing my fire card's ability to survive things, but
One of these days. She is going to be dead, I anticipate. Actually, I guess you might just let her live just because, yeah. Okay, so this is like fine.
it's not great for me.
No,
But at
it's
least I
not.
have Fenris, I guess. It's exciting. It's exciting.
I think that you have queen in hand. 8,
Queen's
9,
pretty good here.
10, 11.
Queen's like 13 damage.
I counter it as 15. So if I assume that you have queen in hand,
Yeah, it is 15. I can't
I
count.
think that I just have to search for
Somewhere
something.
Ilya just had a hernia at that quarry.
Just hates quarry.
Quarry.
I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that's
What's-
not great. Still think that I have a chance against queen, but it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, I don't know about that line.
You don't have a queen? What?
Well, my market card was the combust.
Oh, I didn't even.
So,
I thought that it was the that I wasn't paying attention clearly.
hmm. I think I'm really close to turning the corner here
Are
into
you?
a different game.
Are you? Are you?
Okay, okay. I don't hate that.
What about this?
I mean, that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We both know it, so alright. Don't worry. I got
Just
the follow-up. He can't beat this.
Brendan drone.
Got him.
Indeed, indeed. Just the sickest plays. I think that I yeah, don't quite have lethal here. I don't think there's any way to generate 2 damage that I can think of. I can generate 1 damage, but that isn't 2.
You could play 2 displays.
It's true. I could if I had 2 displays, but we're just gonna attack with this guy because that wins the game anyway, based like functionally. Um, I think I only lose to like Madness Combust, so I'm just not gonna play a unit. Actually, I'm just gonna do this and do a torch, hopefully. Oh, hey, I have 1 display. This is actually useful.
Alright, so I drew 7 actual power plus another power I marketed away.
Nice.
So that wasn't great.
Honorable Sudoku.
Honorable Sudoku. Alright, let's try this Xenon deck.
Okay, challenge me when you're ready. So that deck, I think that your matchup against FGS is positive, but not like incredible.
No, this is the much worse of the two. It's also the worst deck overall.
Yeah, it
I
does
know we
not.
laughed at it, but the Yeti's deck was the better deck. I'm down a Xenon Temple. I'm also down. Oh God! All right, give me a minute to open these 37 packs.
You don't have enough.
Never mind. Never mind. All right, you should show this to chat. I'm a fucking god.
Oh,
Literally first pack.
Let me see this and open this up. Close it down.
I am just that good.
Love it, love it. Running
All right,
hot.
that saves some time.
Except, yeah, perfect.
Are you going over the top of chains in market? You just kill the chains and then kill them with your chains.
Yeah, I think that you
Or your pit or whatever.
like with Pit you can because you're playing 2 units a turn to their 1. This hand is real bad.
Problem is that pit is totally unplayable. It's just so slow.
If it wasn't god awful, it might be good. Yeah. Oh, down to 6 cards. I like it. It's a good start.
So I mulled into all time and then 2 Shadow Sigils, which I don't want to blame the deck builder, but
I don't want to not blame the deck builder
yeah.
either. Let's keep that bad boy on top.
All right, I'm aggroing him out.
Aggro Xenon Pit.
You're goddamn right.
The fact that that sabotage does not get what do you call it? Hit sites is something that I have mixed feelings about. Do you have an opinion on that subject? Are you happy or unhappy about that?
About sabotage not hitting sites?
Yeah.
There's like actually nothing I'm happy about with sites, so
Oh really? You're just
know.
a hater?
Yeah.
They're
I wish
really
everything
good.
to do with sites didn't happen.
They're really insane in their current manifestation. So
Whoa.
unhappy. Holy shit, I'm happy. Iliak's losing it. What are you what are you so unhappy about? About the sites? Yeah, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
when has Ilya ever been happy about a
it's
change?
true. It's true. New things are terrible, as everybody
Like, he
knows.
just moved for a new job, twice the pay, got a new wife, an apartment, fancy car. And it's like, man, fuck moving across the country.
Yeah,
And
no,
who the fuck has two of these things?
I have four in this deck.
That's some fucking bullshit right there.
Um,
Let's be real here. You're not gonna block.
no, I'm a wuss. I'll admit
He's the
it.
wuss. All
You,
right.
you
What kind
called me.
of shitty player do I want to be? Uh,
You're gonna spook me? You're gonna scare me with
I'd
with
like to.
your Xenon thingamabobber?
I got no spooks.
I have no idea what you would play in the market of this deck.
You have the deck list.
I'm not looking at it. That's cheating. Obviously.
It didn't bother you when your mulligan decisions.
I. Okay, let's just do this. Ah, I'm a genius.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. At some point, this deck's ability to go over the top of his 9-card hand is gonna kick in.
that pit's gonna just come, jump in from the shadows and take over.
Um. Hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this. It doesn't actually matter at this point. I always spend a moment thinking about it with the every time the Region's Tune is out of whether or not it actually matters, and of which one I get. Usually it doesn't matter at all, but I always just like to do the mental calculus first. Swear vengeance.
All right, it's fine. I can just banish the two. Oh wait.
Do I attack? Just yeah, I really want my Elias.
All right, so I have a power in hand. So
We're done here. We're done.
yeah.
But BT dubs, everybody in the chat. Whopping 12 people, my highest stream yet as of the two of them that I've done. Just still figuring shit out. The drops are enabled apparently, according to what I see. So I am getting another challenge here. So Ray, you just were getting upset about nothing. We do actually have the sweet Twitch drops enabled, but if there are any technical difficulties with the stream, please let me know. I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff with it.
I'm still figuring out my win con.
Yeah, this hand is bad. Yeah, I just send this. This is going to 6.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
That's a win con.
Oh, never mind. He's back up at 7. This card is fair and balanced, guys.
Show, man. This card is a fucking ride.
I actually don't think that card is broken, but
broken isn't how I would describe it.
the fact that it's so powerful with smugglers, especially the double smuggler plan, is just kind of offensive, given the fact that it's also one of the few free sources of card advantage we have. And then it just also kills you if you let it survive and play. Like, Joe shouldn't have ultimate text, essentially. It's just kind of obnoxious.
It's a lot with the ultimate text. It's just a lot. I think that I am.
And Cookbook was way easier to aggro down than Show because they needed to spend their mana every turn, and it also randomly killed them.
Yeah. Show's fine, honestly. It is hard to convince me this card is reasonable. It's just I think that if you look at what happened to the metagame since Show was released, there's just a ton of fire controlling decks that are doing really well. It's just it's too much in my opinion. Now you can turn down the power level of this card a little bit, and I would be happy. You don't even have to do it like a ton. You don't have to nerf it into oblivion.
You just need to tune the treasure. The card itself doesn't matter much. 7, 8, whatever. You don't cast the thing.
Yeah, you don't need to cast it very often. I think that I am just going to. What do I get here?
Also, it turns out that Cookbook is way easier to interact with through, let's say, Boar than it is to,
Cards.
pluck a card out of their hand that they've marketed for twice and nonsense.
Another show. Show me the money.
So is this Alhead like gonna die immediately, or where are we at right now?
Of course.
I was feeling good.
Were you? I just want power. I mean, I can buy this stuff. Part of it is I just don't really know what I'm playing against. Even like if I was playing against this in the dark, like, I don't know whether I would top that or not. If I knew, like, since I kind of know what the deck is, I think I might have topped it. I just want power, especially with this in hand. Discard it. Are you gonna discard one of my dudes? Okay, this is fine. This is fine. You know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna keep that. It's another boy.
It's looking better than multiple cookbooks would.
Yep.
It also has the advantage of, being a turn 2 play, being colorless, fixing mana screw, none of which cookbook does. It also gives you your first card for 2, not 5, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Just clear
I guess.
Sure. Seems fine.
Wow. All right. Sure.
I think this is right because it makes my job easier soon. Could have the banish here. I think that, I'm not that scared about even the World Joiner coming down. So, spooky, scary. I've got a 6/5.
I do too, but mine's gonna die.
It's the difference between mine and yours.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I mean, Xenon Temple is just Xenon Augury plus Xenon Initiation.
I think I'm gonna do this just because I want more removal. Yeah, I mean, the initiation can definitely be really sweet under different circumstances. I totally get that with it. There's part of me just feels that, like, especially things like the Even Dune Merchant is not a good card. You don't have just the greatest tools to defend it against decks like FJS.
Xenon Temple's great if you're in time grind mirrors, but
Oh
that's just
yeah,
never gonna
it's great.
happen.
It's great there, but
Yeah,
that's not what
it's
the
the meta is right now.
no, not even close.
Also, the fact that it just straight dies to Rizon is a little obnoxious.
Yeah, I think that is. I mean, that feels like one that they could easily buff to 4 health. To be honest.
Feels like peak should come down. I don't know. They don't want anything to have health because the only interaction is Rizon and charge units.
Yeah.